Hi, everyone, and welcome to seventh grade literature and composition. I'm Mrs. Sywert. I'm sorry I can't be here tonight with you all, but I'm currently coaching C Team volleyball at Ben Franklin, so I hope this will still help you out. And if you have any questions about tonight, feel free to email me. So some things about me. I graduated with my Bachelor's of Science in Education from Kansas State University. I'm originally from Kansas. I moved to Colorado 6 years ago, I think, with my husband. I'm currently working on getting my master's in education from Southeast Missouri State. I'll be done with my master's degree, hopefully, by the end of this year. I've been teaching for 8 years. I taught in Kansas for 1 year, and then I taught sixth grade and seventh grade in Colorado Springs. And finally, I moved to Skyview, and I plan on staying here because I love it. And this is my 5th year at Skyview, my first year coaching volleyball here. When I'm not working, I like to read, play video games, and hang out with friends and family. We go to a lot of concerts. We do a lot of outdoor stuff. I visit home in Kansas a lot to hang out with my niece and nephew. I'm really not very exciting. I like to be at home, but that's me. So our curriculum is divided into 4 different quarters. We're currently in quarter 1. We just finished up CDW Writing Boot Camp, which is mostly a review for students who were here last year. For new students, they learn how to write in the CDW style, and they get the expectations of how to write in 7th grade because it's a little more advanced than what they did last year, and we're trying to get them to write a little bit more. And then we're getting ready to move on to Elements of Fiction, so then we can start reading our short stories. Quarter 2, we're reading a new book. This is the first year I've taught it, but it's new to the core knowledge curriculum, and I'm really excited about it. It's called Code Talker. It's about the Navajo code talkers of World War II, and then we'll move on to poetry, which I usually have a hard time getting middle schoolers interested in poetry, but we'll do our best. I'll try to make it fun. Quarter 3, we move on to reading The Call of the Wild. When we finish that book, we'll watch the new movie of it with Harrison Ford. And then we write our research paper, which is in conjunction with Miss Sumberg's history class. So we read Call of the Wild and we focus on themes and relate them to history events for our research paper. And then for quarter 4, we end with the diary of Anne Frank. If we have time left over, we'll do a student-chosen novel study, but we usually don't have time to do that. So that's our curriculum. If you look on the Core Knowledge website, you can see the different specific stories and poems that we'll be reading. So our class overview, we start with daily warm-ups. These focus on grammar. It should be an easy 10 points every few weeks because we get time to do them at the beginning of class, and then I go over the answers. So if you're noticing that your student is missing these, it means that they're not doing them in class. We also have weekly homework packets. These focus on reading comprehension, spelling, and Greek and Latin roots and phrases. Another easy 15 to 20 points every week. Most of the answers are given to them on Google Classroom. They just have to make sure they're checking it. And then we do a lot of in-class work and activities. So most of their homework is just whatever they don't get finished in class. So if you're noticing they have a lot of homework, they might not be using their time in class very well. If they don't have homework for my class, that's usually pretty normal because that means that they're using their class time wisely and getting it done. And then we do in-class reading. So our novel units, we'll read most of it in class. Some of our books, we only have 30 copies, so they won't be taking anything home to read unless they need to get caught up on something. And then I'm trying something called Fiction Friday this year, where I just read a chapter from a book just for fun, no pressure, because I'm trying to get them more interested in reading for fun. And our resources, if you ever need to email me, if you have questions or concerns, my email is lsywert@svak12.org. Make sure that you have joined your student's Google Classroom. I post all of our assignments and due dates and materials onto Google Classroom. So if you ever want to look and see what we're doing in class, or if your student is gone for a day, it's all on Google Classroom. And then the Core Knowledge website has a more intense list of what we do in class and what the expectations are for the curriculum. Thank you for watching. I look forward to working with your students this year, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.